Hello guys, and what is up? This is Silence Pew Pew, and we're coming at you with another Ostriv video. And today guys, we are going to be looking at, where is it? Oh, here it is. We're going to be looking at the ploughs, seeing how much of a difference they make in the game, and how much of a difference they don't make in the game. So first thing that we're going to do, okay, is I just built this farm at the beginning of harvest season, so this is fresh fields here. These fields, this is the first time they've been farmed on. Okay, this farm here has been done quite a bit. It was my first farm. I've used it a lot. And this one's on like its second, maybe its third rotation at this point. I'm not positive on which one. So we're going to look at the difference between all three of these farms here and see if this one is actually producing more out of one field than these. These are all set at a output of 20. So we'll see how useful the plow necessarily is. Okay, so first thing that we're going to do, as you can see, it's not quite harvest season, but everything has stopped growing. So I just want to look at that. So the growth rate for all of these fields, for this field here of wheat, is right in front of the blue there. So if we click on this one, that one's pretty much the exact same. This one was sown a little late, so it's down not too much, a little over 50%. This one's closer to 60-ish. You know, these two are closer to 60-ish. And then this one over here is also at about a 60-ish. So as we can see right away, there's no change in growth, which is a little concerning, but I guess it's not. I was hoping for a bigger yield, basically, from plowing, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So let's go over here and observe this field. So if we look at this one, this says out of the first year of doing this is the first time wheat's been planted on it. So far, it's down to 58 and 50%. For the 58 for the red, 50 for the green, and 100 for the blue. That doesn't sound too bad for first time there. And then this one is down only to 65% for the red and 58% for the green. So already that's about an 8%. That's 8% better than this field here. Yeah. About 8%. One of them's 7, the other's 8. And then for this field, that's done it a few times, but not a whole lot, is basically the same as this field up here. So obviously, whether you let a fields fallow or whether you destroy them and create new ones doesn't change that. What is nice to know though here is that, as you can see, the nutrients is definitely less used in this one. Let's look at another example here of potatoes. Okay, so this one, as you guys know, I'm on a crop rotation, so this one gets wheat, then potatoes, then fallows. This one gets potatoes, fallows, then wheats. So it's the same thing, and then this one's obviously the reverse of that: fallow, wheat, potato. So this one already had wheat on it last year, so its nutrients are at 51, 49, and 100, whereas this one should be way higher. Yep. Okay, so we're going to have to kind of throw that one out because it hasn't been used at all. That's the first time. And then I think this is my potato. Yep, this is my other potato one. Okay, so this one here has 51.49. This one here, same exact crop rotations and everything, is at 30 and 30. Now, let's see if there's any difference in growth, because I didn't actually look at that. So that's about at the green, and this one's about at the green as well, which is interesting that the nutrients was decently higher here, anyways, at ripening season, but it doesn't seem like it grew anymore. So with that being said, we may actually next year may be able to go one more season without fallowing a field, it looks like, is all that's happening. So we'll be able to, you know, harvest out of maybe all 6 fields one year, and then, you know, that gets into a weird crop rotation though, going on from there. But if we just like look at this here, so if we have this field and it's at 50, 50, 50, and 100, what would really be good for that would only be hemp. You could maybe do wheat again. Can't do sunflower for sure, and potato. Potato, wheat, or hemp would be the only ones you could really throw back in there. You wouldn't be able to do sunflower. Sunflower kind of kills everything. So let's check out sunflower now. Okay, so growth about to the end of red on this one. I didn't plant sunflowers over there, so I'm not going to be able to use that one as a comparison. This is my sunflower? Yes, this is my sunflower field. So this one, same thing, about the red, okay? This one, though, has not been plowed ever and has been on a few crop rotations. We're at about 30% here for red, 58 for green, and 79 for blue. Well, if we just look at this here, sunflower, okay, it does uses about 160 and 30. Whoops. So that's, well, it was 30, 58, and 79. And this one here you can see is much bigger boxes already. So that's 44, 66, and 83. So it's about a 4% better on the blue. Not 12%, is that right? No, not 12%. Yeah, about 6% better, and then, yeah, 14% better. Okay, so yeah, basically it just adds more nutrients to the field. It doesn't actually produce more crops, though. I think we can go ahead and confirm that. It's anywhere from, depending on obviously what your field is and how many rotations it's already been on. So like this one here, this hemp field's my second rotation out of the sunflower and hemp, and that's at 36, 74, and 59. 79. And this one is at 34, 65, and 34. Whoa, that is, blue is way low. What happened here? Did I get a messed up crop rotation or something? That blue is way low. The reds, though, are basically the exact same. They're basically unnoticed. Blue, though, is way low. Yeah, so I feel like the only difference is the crop rotations. You could probably do a little bit less of crop rotations. But let's go ahead and fast forward through this and just see if we can't confirm basically if we do get more of an output or not from. Okay guys, just to confirm here, okay, so all of my wheat is should be going to this granary over here, which is actually a little far, but oh no, some of it's gonna go up here. That's right. Okay, so I have these two granaries set as my wheat ones. This one is not set as wheat. There's no wheat in it. So hopefully I'm going to first do this field here. I'm going to turn it on to prioritize gathering. So they should take all of this wheat, hopefully up to this one, since I think it's closer. They may take it to that one. That one might be closer. I'm not 100% positive. They do have carts right here. They also have carts right there, and then there's carts up here that they can get to pretty easy. This one was originally for that, but then I switched it because I want my wheat up here, I guess. Oh yeah, for my chickens, I wanted wheat up there, and then down here, I wanted wheat because I got these fields down here that are mainly going to be producing wheat for my windmills. I wanted these two fields to be kind of for my chickens mainly, and then that to be for my windmill. Anyways, don't need to worry about that. But we're going to go ahead, and now that this field is done being harvested, we can come in here and see that a total of 32 wheat has been harvested. But that doesn't quite help us because that's between this field, and that field. In a perfect world, that number, once they're all fully harvested, should say 60. So at this point, we should be right around 40. We should probably technically be over 40, but the output was not quite there. So we're going to go ahead and set this to prioritize gathering. So hopefully they will speed it up here, start gathering that, and it looks like, okay, they're just going to bring it into the farmhouse, and that's fine for now. We're going to go ahead and pause. Actually, we're going to stop this here a second. We are going to go ahead and click off all of that. So they shouldn't be bringing any resources to there. And if we keep it all in-house, we can make it easier to count. Okay, so we got half a wheat in here so far, apparently. Go ahead and keep on speeding this one up. We're going to let that field finish. We're going to go ahead and let them finish getting that stuff, whatever. No big deal. We're going to see how much wheat we get out of this specific field here with it being plowed. Now, this is, I think, the second season I plowed it, so it's not like this is the first season. Not sure if that makes a difference or not. Could, though, potentially make a difference. So we are up to about 5 wheat out of this field, and I'd say it's about empty. So I think we're going to get about 10 out of it, which is not nearly as much as I'd like. This field over here, they haven't brought any of it back, and that's fine. They haven't brought any of this back either. Okay, so we're basically done. Looks like my workers are starting to finish up. Okay, just 2 more, and then we can take off that so they go back to the other thing. Come on, just 1 more. Get it. Somebody go get it. There you go. Okay, cool. So we're going to turn off prioritize gathering, and we're going to slow this down here just again. So we got about 8.16 out of that field. All right. We are going to... Oh, they already stored some in here. Looks like they're already moving some stuff. Guess some of these guys don't have. Now, this one's going to be a little bit more tricky to see, unfortunately, because they already started doing this one. That was my bad. We'll see what happens, though. We'll go ahead and prioritize gathering on them as well. Alright, they should be hopefully starting to... We'll see if they come out from any of these fields here with wheat. If so, we might have to throw this one away. Hopefully they'll just gather all this stuff first, and then go from there. Okay, I can kind of see people down here still. I just want to make sure... Well... It shouldn't be going anywhere at this field up here at the top. Wow, it's already over it. What happened here? It's already over the amount of wheat that they were supposed to have in there. Way over the amount this one had. So we're going to pause here, see if any wheat was taken out of that one just in case. Okay, so about a half a wheat was, but that doesn't change that number very much to anywhere close to this number. Not sure what happened. No wheat has been taken out of this field yet, and this one's up at 10 as well. I don't know what to say here, guys. This one, yeah, considering the fact that both of these fields are basically the same. This field's almost done. It's gonna get, yeah, easily over 12 here. I don't know what happened. We'll have to see. For a second. Alright, I'm gonna slow that down. Okay, these guys are at 13.5. So we're going to turn off prioritize gathering. They didn't take any out of that field. These guys are basically done as well, and they're at about 11. So, 12.2. Oh, I hope the chicken people, that's what I should check. The chicken people probably actually came and stole some. I guarantee you they did from down here. Was it an entire 4, though? It's probably not likely. We have 33.9 wheat stored. Another 8 something harvested. which is here. Look at that. This field's 3/4 of the way done. And it's got more wheat than it was here. I'm willing to bet that the chickens here, these 3 people came down and stole some of our wheat. But still, 4... That means they took all 4 wheat there. This one was full because this one's been full. No one's working here. Did they give... It's possible that they gave wheat to here as well. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here since I slightly messed up and honestly say that I believe that the outcome is not changed. I doubt from plowing the outcome would go down, but we can mostly make up for all of it in our chicken coop. If the chicken coop was down to, you know, half a wheat or something, which I think was in my video. I think I caught that in my video, looking at the chicken coop. I might not have. If it was down that low, that could be easily 3-ish wheat went here, and 2-ish wheat went here. These 2 did have wheat in them. I don't think this one had that much, though. And I don't think that one had 6 in there. I think it only had like 1.3 or 0.1 or something. So the wheat would be almost fully accounted for a total of 12-ish and 13-ish. Obviously this one's not quite done yet. They still got 1 more in there, it looks like. So yeah, it's probably about 13.5 wheat you get out of the fields, which makes sense. So it does not look like overall, it does not look anything like it produces more wheat. Nutrients is definitely better. As you can see, the blue didn't change, but this is at 44.53. This is unchanged, not plowed, I mean. This one is plowed, and that one's at 61.53. 53.40, which is kind of fun. Both of them are 53, but yeah. So that one's about a 9 to 8% increase in nutrients, just for that. Yeah. So these guys already are done with their sunflower. Unfortunately, like I said, these guys. That's on that. Okay, they didn't start harvesting any sunflower yet. So all of their sunflower should be here. We didn't have any sunflower beforehand, so yep, we just have the 8.6. So that's another 8.6. Oh. Okay, there's only fish in there before. Sunflowers. Okay, so in my oil shop, yep, that was correct. I did have sunflowers stored over here. There's no sunflowers here. No sunflower. Where the heck are these other sunflowers at? It says there's 8.61 sunflower. I have 9.81 here, so I'm not sure where that came from. We're going to go ahead and fast forward. Oh, there we go. Okay. This field is definitely done with sunflower, though. Yeah, so guys, as we're kind of watching this, it definitely looks like production has not changed. As you can see, we had about 12-ish out of here. Sunflower come out of here. Most of it's stored in here at this point or on its way. Some of it's stored in here, obviously. I don't have any sunflower for sale. Nowhere else takes my sunflowers, so yeah. Definitely about the same. Yeah, there's about 11 in here. So yeah, that would make sense. Production is definitely not changed. We're going to go ahead and keep on fast forwarding through all of this. And we're going to see what happens once we get into like... For sure not something. Okay. Alright, so we're starting to get into the end here. Okay. We're going to go ahead and pause. Alright. Now this field that has fallowed here has been plowed one time. It's only been plowed once. it is up at 100 all around. This field here also fallowed and has not been plowed. This one had wheat and, potatoes. Wait a minute. This one. Yeah, this one had wheat, I'm pretty sure, and this one had potatoes. Why are these both set to fallow? Alright, I'm pretty sure this one's supposed to be my fallow field this year. I don't think this one's done fallowing yet this year. I guess that's what it's saying. It hasn't moved on to the next one. Yeah, because those ones are both at the front. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. So, okay, so this one was set to fallow all year. This was my wheat and potato fields. So it's at 93, 93, 100. So already we can see that there's a 7% increase on this field here. And it's not even, the year's not over. Now there are cows on it, which I was told also increases it. So this one was set to fallow. It's at 78, 100, and 100. And it's the same sunflower hemp rotation as this one over here, which is at 85, 100, and 100. And this one has been plowed once, which is, again, about a 7% increase from this field, these two fields. So it doesn't look like cows actually affected either. This one here has not ever been touched, so it's not a good example at all. At the end of the year, let's see. So wheat field, first time being planted, 53, 44, 100. This one plowed twice now, 61, 53, 100. So definitely an improvement there. By about 8, and yeah, about 8. Just go 8 to 9-ish% there. And then from this one to that one, that's the fallow field, oops. From this one, 53, 61, 40, 53 again, and, dang, I keep clicking the wrong field, and 44. So these two have shown to me to be the same. So you don't necessarily, I kind of thought about this too. If I demolish this field here and then just rebuild it here perfectly, I think all of my nutrients are reset. But it doesn't seem to matter. I feel like this will get back up to 100% before the end of the year, all the way around. So I feel like your nutrients is lost a lot less with this one. So let's look at a little bit more of a drastic change. So we'll have to throw out this farm up here because that was the first time I planted potatoes. But this one's got 48, 47. Okay, this one's got 26 and 27. That's a huge improvement. That's literally 20% right there. 21% actually of a loss. Well, or a gain, however you want to look at it. Yeah, let's look at this field, which had hemp in it. Okay, so that one's at 20, 52-ish, 52 and 76. And then this one was my hemp field. I think it was anyways. Yeah, it should have been. Yep, this one was my hemp field. That one's at 35, 74, and 53. So the green one didn't go up too much of a difference from that. That one was my hemp one. This one was my hemp one. This was my hemp one. My bad. So this one's at 33, 65, and 27. This one is at 35, 74, 53. So definitely an improvement in nutrients. That seems to be all the plow kind of does, is turn up the nutrients. No improvement of output. I'm not sure when that'll be added, if manure or some kind of fertilizer will be added into the game later. I really hope for something like that. But anyways, I still have not gotten my growth the full way up. It's still at about, 2/3 even with the plow. So that kind of just proves that I guess your fallow here, you could probably do a little bit less of a crop rotation. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.